Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings to all of us. Let me introduce myself. My name is Andi Muhammad Zaki. I'm from Chemical Engineering Polytechnic LPP Yogyakarta. On this occasion, I will give my argument about the issues that exist in Indonesia. The pros and cons of face-to-face learning will begin in early 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, currently Indonesia and even the world is being hit by global pandemic, namely COVID-19. This is what made the school closed from March until now. And then the issue arose that face-to-face learning will open in early 2021. Face-to-face schools can be started provided they meet the requirements. There are several considerations that this could happen, including the negative impact on students if they study online for too long. Ladies and gentlemen, Minister of Education Nadiem Makarim allows face-to-face learning starting January 2021. He said that the licensing of face-to-face schools will no longer be based on the COVID-19 risk zone, but depends on the three parties, namely local government, school principals, and parents throughout the school committee. The longer face-to-face learning has not been carried out, the negative impact it will have on children. He said, if this continues, it can become a permanent risk. Ladies and gentlemen, according to my research, there are several reasons why face-to-face learning should begin. There are many negative effects if long-distance learning is too long. The first is threat of dropping out of school. The risk of dropping out of school is because the child is forced to work to help with family finance during the COVID-19 pandemic. The fact is the students living in disadvantaged areas can only help their parents with farming because there is no internet service in that area. The second reason is growth and development problems in students. For example, learning achievement gaps. Difference in access and quality during distance learning can lead to gaps in learning outcomes, especially for children from different economies. The second is growth not optimal. This is due to the lack of participation in the teaching and learning process, so there is loss optimal growth and development at golden age. The third is learning loss. Prolonged loss of learning is at risk of long-term learning, both cognitive and character development. Ladies and gentlemen, furthermore, the third reason is social pressure and the domestic violence. The lack of interaction with teachers, friends, and the outside environment coupled with the pressure due to the difficulty of distance learning can cause stress on students. Cases of violence against children have increased. Data complete from the online information system for the protection of women and children, Symphony PPA, from 1 January 2020 to 23 September 2020, shows that cases of violence against children in Indonesia total 5,697 cases with 6,350 victims. IPB University lecturer Dr. Yulina Evariani said that the information circulating even states that the majority of the children experience violence due to the annoyance of their parents in accompanying children to learn online at home. Economic limitations require them to spend special costs for their children's online learning. So, it is not surprising when they judge that their children are not able to understand the distance learning process at home. She said, ladies and gentlemen, I really agree face-to-face learning is done, but with a predetermined protocol, because in the end, the future of this country is in the hands of the student Indonesian nation. If the moral of nation's students is bad, name of the nation will also be bad. On the other hand, when the students' thinking is positive, in the future it can bring Indonesia into a better change. I think it's enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.